You're listening to CBC Online at cbchs.org.
CBC Online, visiting with JerryJost, class of 1991, who is lead guitarist of The Urge, Joe Dirt and the Dirty Boys Band, and Luca Brasi. Jerry, talk about what's going on these days with you.
Just playing a lot of music. Playing 3 bands now. One's a cover band, Joe Dirt and the Dirty Boys Band. One is an original band. I started with just some friends called Luca Brasi, and last year The Urge has gotten back together and played shows. We played Point Fest, and we did 4 sold-out shows at the Pageant in November. And now in 2012, we're going to get together and write some music.
So take me back to the late 80s and at CBC. You got a guitar, you're a guitar player. I mean, you know, did you always kind of think this might be what you wanted to do, play rock and roll?
I knew I loved playing guitar, and yeah, I knew I wanted to do it. Jerry Arana was the band director at the time. He really helped me with just making me more disciplined and being more grown up about it, for sure. So that was very beneficial. I was in jazz band, and actually, if you're a guitar player, you can't be in the varsity band, but so I had to be in the choir, and that was tough for me because I didn't know if I wanted to do it, but I ended up just doing it for 4 years, and it was actually pretty cool.
So I mean, life really took you in a whole different direction. I mean, with Joe Dirt, let's talk about Joe Dirt first of all. I mean, that's just kind of a party band that a lot of people, a lot of CBC alums will be happy to know that you're part of that band. Talk about Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt's just a classic rock cover band, and we really enjoy doing it. It's a lot of fun. We try to really nail the songs as close to what we can. We use a lot of the same gear, and I use a lot of the same guitars that the people who actually wrote the tunes used. So it's a lot of fun to do it and try to recreate it. We get to play out a lot. I probably play 6-7 times a month with Joe Dirt, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy playing a lot. It's kind of
But you guys played before the Rams. You played Rams, Pep Rally, some pretty big time St. Louis events.
For sure, yeah. We, met the mayor a couple times while on stage. Yeah, we've played some big shows. It's fun.
So talk about just the whole element of the performing end of it. And obviously you have the technical guitar part. Did you have to learn how to be a performer?
Oh yeah, for sure. And that came with just confidence, I think. I think when I was younger, I just stood there and kind of looked down the whole time, and then kind of realized that people want to see a little more show. And so as you get confident and you get older, you know, I was able to, kind of incorporate that.
Again, the other band that a lot of people know about is The Urge. And talk about The Urge. It's a local St. Louis band that you kind of came on actually later on. I mean, it's a band that's been around for many years, and you came on. Talk about The Urge and your experience with The Urge. Yeah,
The Urge was like, I was in a band that used to open up for them all the time. I loved them. I loved The Urge. That was the kind of music I was into when I was, 16, 17 years old. And then, I guess it was 1994, the guitar player decided he didn't want to tour anymore, and I was able to step right in, get the job. And then we basically just went on the road for a long time. So it was a lot of fun way to spend your 20s.
Huge successful album that you guys put out. You had like three songs that really hit the airwaves, 3 or 4 songs that really hit the airwaves, Hectic and things like that. Talk about that album and making that album. Was that whole experience had been very new for you, and the commercial success that album had?
Well, there's actually 3 records we did. The first one was right when I got in the band. We made it ourselves. It was called Receiving the Gift of Flavor. We made that ourselves. We sold like 20,000 copies locally, and then a major label picked it up and ended up selling close to 150,000 copies of it. Then the next record was called Master of Styles. That had the song Jump Right In on it, and a song called Closer, and they both did pretty well on the radio, and sold a lot of copies of that. Then the third album was called Too Much Stereo, and there was a problem with our label then, and they weren't really pushing it as hard as it needed to be, and that a lot of different opinions when we made that record between the band and the label. It's a really good record. I like it a lot, but not a lot of people heard it. And and then after that, I guess we toured for that for about a year or so, and the band kind of fizzled out and basically broke up.
Now, working at a high school, there's always kids out there who think they really got it. They really, want to be the next, guitar player, playing major arenas. That's not a job you just walk into, though. There's a lot of dark clubs, a lot of empty seats that you have to play before. Talk about some of those harder times for you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I can remember. The Urge played a club in Olympia, Washington with us, Sugar Ray, I think, and I think we paid to 0 people paid. And there was just a couple old guys at the bar drinking Busch beer, and we just went out there and played a show. That happens a lot, but it's still fun. It's still fun getting to do it, and you have to look at it like that. You can't let it get you too down at all.
So what's up next? The Urge has a new single out. Say yeah. The Urge is back together again. What's up for JerryJost?
I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna keep playing in all 3 bands. It's a little crazy, but I really enjoy it, and I know the Urge is going to keep getting together and writing new tunes. Joe Dirt's going to continue to play shows, and Luca Brasi will get together and we'll play out maybe once every 7 or 8 weeks, make some music, and just, I don't know, just keep playing.
Ever give a thought to producing other young artists, or do you kind of keep a lookout for young artists?
Sure, I look out for all that stuff. I know me personally, I just like to play guitar a lot. I'm not really much into the studio side of it. I really enjoy recording, but I'd rather just play out live and record stuff with me.
That's CBC Online with JerryJost, Class of '91. Appreciate your time. We'll see you on the airwaves.
CBC, Men for Tomorrow, Brothers for Life.